Hey, welcome to another video. Are you a recruiting agency owner looking to land more clients? In this video, I'll show you how to scrape job boards, just like this one, to find companies that are hiring with a web scraper Chrome extension, identify the right key decision makers like recruiters and founders, and then use a tool called Watson to quickly uncover the verified contact details. Stick around, let's turn job posts into leads. We'll use this example of well found, but you can basically apply this to many other job boards as well. So what we'll want to do today is look at all the different companies here that are hiring. As an example, I used well found and search for companies that are searching for software engineers hiring in the United States. There are over 4,000 jobs here listed on 63 different pages. And what we'll want to do is find out, okay, this is the company that is hiring, and these are the people that are hiring. And we'll basically want to reach out to them. How will we do that? So we will use the web scraper extension. Web scraper is a tool. You can pay for it, but you can also use it for free if you run it in your own browser. Just click add the Chrome extension here. I already have it. That's why it says remove. And it's intelligently just called web scraper. So how can you use it? What you'll do is right click on inspect, and then in your developer tools, click on web scraper here. And this is what you will be using to scrape the site. So I already created the sitemap here, but I can also show you by creating a new one. What you'll do is click on create sitemap, and then you'll need to give it a name, scrape well found, and you'll need to give it a URL to scrape or to start scraping with. You'll probably want to just copy this in. However, what we want to do is scrape more than just this site. We want to scrape many different pages. There are up to 63 here, for example. For that, to be able to paginate those pages together, we'll need to start on page 1. So what we'll do is click on page 2, and here we'll see up in the URL that it reads page equals 2. That means this is how we know that this is page 1. So we'll copy this into the start URL and then use these brackets here to say which pages we'll want to scrape. So you could write up to 63 in here, and it will scrape all 63 pages, basically one after another. It will go page 1, page 2, page 3, all the way to 63. Because this is an example, we will just be doing page 1 and 2 here. We'll then create the sitemap, and what we'll now need is basically links to these pages that I just showed. So we'll click on add new selector, select link, click multiple, give this a name, we can just call this link, select, and click on these names, which are the links to the different pages. And you can see by clicking on 2 of them, it immediately recognized to highlight all of them on this page. Done selecting, save selector, and we're basically already good to go here. If there's other stuff on this page that you'd like to scrape, you can do that too. I think for this example, this should be enough. So what we want to do now is scrape more information. Ooh. Just briefly have to verify that I'm a human. We want to scrape more information on this page. So they have all of the jobs here, all of the people. So what we'll want to do first of all is find, did I just go into this correctly? Yeah, you have to click into it. then go company name, select, and we will want to know the name of the company. Select, done selecting, save selector. So now every time it goes to one of these pages, the name will be saved. Moreover, we will want to save the domain. This can sometimes be done by text, like here, because it's already spelled out. Sometimes there's a link, so you can select the link selector. Let's just do this, click select, save this attribute, done, save selector. Now what we'll do afterwards is save the people here, and there's actually more information than just the person. It's also their job title. Sometimes it'll just read employee, but that is fine. But what we want to do is, because these are bunched together, we want to use the element selector here. We'll just call this employee element. It's going to be multiple, and then select these boxes, and as soon as you select two, we'll recognize all of them. So even if there are 4, 5, 6 of these elements on the page, I'll select all of them. Done. And within these elements, click into it, you will now want to catch the employee name. Here, done, and job title. Save. Now there is a lot more information you could scrape from the site, from the funding that they collected, descriptions. These are all the different jobs that you could scrape, description, people, culture, benefits, many different things, their valuation, if they're fast growing or not, their LinkedIn. We are not going to do that today because this is just an example, but you can play around with it. So what we can now do is click on scrape. And these intervals are basically a security measure. How fast should we go through these individual pages? It defaults to 2000. Let's be a little bit safer. Pretend that the scraper is a little bit more human than just 2000 milliseconds. Let's pretend we're spending 4 seconds on every page, and click start scraping. And now it will go through the individual pages one by one every 4 seconds and scrape the information. All right, we're done. Let's click on refresh here, and we will see all the individual data here already. So let's click on export data. We'll want this as a CSV. And the easiest way to work with this is in Google Sheets. So let's do that. Sheets. Click File, Import, Upload, and then we'll just drag this in here. And there we go. Now we have a lot of the data here. So now we might have to edit this a little bit because maybe there are a few duplications in here, and we'll just want to check it out. So let's make this into a table. And what we can see is that some of these links here have a www, Some of them do not. So let's maybe change that because we'll need the domain here. So let's call this cleaned domain. Filter, and then here we'll see all of the different wwws. I'm not sure if we'll need to do this, to be honest, but just to be sure. So we want to clear away the www. We'll do this by creating a formula, right, then the cell, then another len, and the cell again, minus 4. It's 4 characters that we want to remove. www dot. There we go. And the rest will basically just copy over here. So this should then work. And then what we'll want to do is make sure that there are no duplicates here. Go on data, clean data, remove duplicates, expand to the whole table. It does have headers, and we'll go by employee name. No duplicates. Okay, then we should be ready to go. So what we now have is an example list of a bunch of people that make hiring decisions at these companies that we as a recruiting firm can reach out to then send them offers of like, hey, we actually offer recruiting services and so on. But what we don't have yet is their contact information. We just have their name and the company that they work for. So let's call this test table. What we will be using to do so is a tool called Watson. So Watson, here, this tool, is a fast, accurate email finder built for B2B sales teams and marketers at recruiting companies. And it uses waterfall enrichment. So basically leverage data vendors. You can see some of them listed here. To deliver unmatched data coverage, helping to connect decision makers and scale outreach efforts. Basically, what it will do is take this list that we just created and then ping all different email finder tools in a sequence until they find the email. So we'll go to vendor 1. They might not have the email. Vendor 2, vendor 3, vendor 4, until it finds it at the 4th, 5th, whatever vendor that has a verified email address. So we can make sure to get the email address, or if the tool can't find it, no other tool can. So we can ensure data coverage is highest. So we will go to this tool, and what we need to do is change this table a little bit just to make sure that it can actually accept it. So we can click on show me an example, and this is what everything then needs to look like. And we need to make sure, because it's case sensitive, that we use first name and name also capitalized, last name, and the company domain. So we'll copy this over into our table here, remove Bill Gates, and then what we'll do is first copy over the employees. We just have their full name, so we still have to split it. We'll do this by going into split text to columns, and then by space. And we see it's all split pretty perfectly, except for this case. This person might be able to be found like this. And then the company domain. So that we can also just copy over from the cleaned domains that we created over here. Copy that over. And okay, let's see this. We just noticed we should probably clean up a little bit. Are there any other outliers here? No, they all look all right. Perfect. Then we're going to download this file as a CSV. Here it is. Go to Watson. Move the file in to upload it. Okay, it looks like we did it correctly. First name, last name, company domain. We matched everything correctly. Click on Upload Now. Okay, the data was successfully uploaded. And now we can just click on Enrich. So now this might take a while. Watson will now go through all individual email finder tools and ask them like row by row, hey, do you have this person's email address? Go through all of them. If none of them have them, they won't be able to find them. Likely an email will turn up. Then I will go through the second, third, and so on. So we will be right back once the process has finished. All right, we're back. This took a couple minutes, and let's click on download. And we have the file here. We can now open it. And we can see for almost all of them, we have found an email address. That's amazing. And now you can reach out to these wonderful people and tell them about the services that you're offering and help them find new recruits. Thank you so much, and feel free to give Watson a try. You can get 50 free credits by signing up to the tool and give it a spin. Let me know if you have any questions or want to see any future videos.